Hello everybody, my name is Stardust0123, and welcome to the Kerbal Space Program Spaceplane Laboratory, where we fly ships I build and then crush them into the ground, because what better thing is there to do in life than build spaceships and then bring them back into the ground to be obliterated into a million tiny little pieces. Now, I should tell you right now, this episode we don't have much of things flying back into the ground of getting destroyed, but we do have some awesome science going on here that I know you guys enjoy. This plane right here is called the long-range Kethane miner, mainly because its goal is to just go out and find Kethane. Actually, not to find Kethane, just to go in and mine it, because we needed to, I spent a lot of time finding Kethane. I sent up 2 orbital probes. Actually, it wasn't that hard to set up. They were, it was a lot of fun, but we got up 2 orbital Kethane probes so I could go scan the whole entire planet. Of course, I got them into polar orbits, so, you know, like, I could see more than just a little bit of the planet. But it all worked out in the end. I found a lot of Kethane, so I sent this plane out there to go extract the Kethane, because, you know, it would have been way too difficult to send a plane that could extract it and actually process it. It would weigh a lot, and I have a really bad time developing large planes with like the B9 pack. Like, I don't know why, but they all just like veer off to the right and then explode on the runway. It is absolutely hilarious, but when you're actually trying to do something serious like this, it's just not helpful for your brain. So having one single engine on there, which has some like serious vectoring going on there, it really helped. I think I will put the craft file in the description, but you have to have the Kethane pack mod, and you also have to have B9 installed for Kerbal Space Program 0.22. I am using 0.22, not 0.233, 0.23, because I don't like 0.23 that much. I prefer 0.22 personally, so that's why we're doing it with this way instead of anything else. So yeah, as you saw there, I just did a cut because I like crashed the plane on takeoff, so I decided to reload, and then suddenly all these trees appear, and I have no idea what was going on. So yeah, you guys get to see the trees, which is pretty awesome. You know, game settings are on max here. It doesn't take much to run Kerbal Space Program when you have a good computer. You just need a graphics card. That's the main thing with the game. If you don't have a graphics card, then it's really slow. So yeah, what was the point of all this? Because I'm like 3 minutes into the video, and I still haven't given you a point to this. Well, in my Kerbal Space Program, I have absolutely no idea how to use Kethane. Like, it is the most bizarre and just kind of outer world thing I have no idea how to use. So I was like, you know, I'll go send a plane out to go extract some Kethane, and I'll bring it back to the Kerbal Space Center, because, you know, it's the Kerbal Space Center. Why not? We'll just bring it back there, and we'll put it into a machine which can then process it back into fuel. Now, you'll see what happens later on, but I just want to say this probably wasn't the most well thought out idea. It sounds good on paper, but when you actually try to do it, it just doesn't work particularly well. So yeah, here we are. Just coming back into the runway. This actually took me a long time to do. It took me, yeah, over an hour, 20 minutes of game time to do this. Probably took me about 30-40 minutes real life. Yep, here we go, slowing back on. Coming down on the runway. This was probably my most feared moment, was when these ships were loading, because I have so many planes at the Kerbal Space Center. I just have the 2 giant planes there. I got like whole tons of wreckage and just like VTOLs everywhere. And so landing, I knew it was going to be difficult, but as you see, I came down, and it was pretty much a perfect landing. Taxiing down the runway a little bit, putting my air brakes on. The air brakes are really useful. I mean, the air brakes on this plane are insanely powerful. You can be in the sky traveling like 1,000 meters per second, which is like a kilometer a second. Yeah, fancy math. And then you can just put out the air brakes, and you slow down to like 0 meters per second in just like a matter of like 10 seconds. It is insane. So here we go. Here is my Kethane extraction machine thing, because I didn't know. And I think the main flaw with this is that I didn't actually have a thing that had like empty fuel container on the thing, but I don't know. I never did it again because, as you see right here, we spend a long time trying to dock these together because it's super complicated. I have no idea why it was so difficult to dock these together. Mainly it was just the height issue, but I don't know. Sometimes I felt like it was touching and it just wasn't working right. So I got a bit angry, and the plane wasn't driving correctly, and it just started sinking into the ground at some point. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this plane won't do anything! And, yeah, that's when I started to think, maybe I should have just spent the extra time to build a larger plane. But I really like this probe plane. It was super cool! I mean, look at that plane. It is just amazing. It has solar panels, it has drills, it has fuel tanks, it can actually fly and take off. And then when you bring it back to the Space Center, it's pretty much like, not really. This wasn't the most well thought out idea. So, yeah, before, just the main point of this, just pack them all together in one. That's probably what I'll do when I send this up to the moon, which is kind of the overall purpose to this. Is I wanted to understand how Kethane worked before I sent some like huge project up to the moon, and then realized that I was doing it completely wrong, and you know, I still really don't know how to use it well, so, it's going to take a bit of more experimenting. I don't think I'm going to do another episode on that. I'll just figure it out between episodes, and there'll be more space planes and stuff to blow up next time, because not a lot of stuff exploded here. I don't think I had anything explode in this episode. I don't think anything explodes. No, it's just a lot of stuff fails. So yeah, I finally run out of things to talk. 7 minutes in, and I finally stopped knowing what to talk about. That's incredible. Okay, well, as I uploaded in the video yesterday, I said that I was feeling kind of sick, and I couldn't really do any commentating and stuff, and I had this Kerbal Space program I wanted to do. Well, here's the Kerbal Space program right here. This is the footage. I needed to do the voiceover. I was sick during the actual recording of this, and that's why it is. And yeah, right here, they're docked together now. I got them finally docked together, and so I start taking the Kethane out and putting it into the machine, and then we'll see what happens, because I will put my my gear back up. I put the gear back up. Yep. And then I have to extend out the solar panels and such. Just watching this thing go back out its landing gear was like a really scary experience for me, because there was only 2 gear that I had up at the time. I was afraid I was gonna like flip over or something crazy like that, but it didn't. It was successful. Yep, I'm feeling better. On the last subject, I kind of ADHD jumped a little bit there. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. The headache from yesterday's gone. I'm not congested anymore. I don't have like a super sniffly nose. I actually did a bit of cleaning up around my room now. It's pretty nice. It's pretty sweet in here. It's a nice day. It was like 42 out today. It's actually 36 right now. But it's really nice that it's warm. I'm hoping to get better internet soon. I know Canada Goose has probably mentioned that in a few of his videos, but just to make it official. Yeah, okay, so, you know, in the end of that project, I just decided, you know, this is just way too difficult, so I just drove away with the whole entire Kethane machine. I don't know why we're watching this twice. We're watching the same exact clip again twice, aren't we? Aren't we, video editor? Aren't we, myself? Really, why did I stick the same exact footage in here twice? I could have totally cut down on some time on this. So yeah. Sorry about that. Send out the solar panels, just kind of look back with it, just like, this is such a disaster. And here we go! Actually, I lied! There is tons of explosions in this video! Because what isn't really a Kerbal Space Program laboratory if we don't have something fail? So I just want to show off the amazing tricks and the super powerful stuff that this plane can do. It is so amazing! It is so amazing! I love this plane! This is the best plane ever! It's just like, going through the sky, it can pull like 15 Gs, it's just like, it doesn't care! And then it explodes! Boom! Am I getting too excited now? No, I'm not, because this is awesome. I decided to do it again, like a couple times, fly around with it, show you guys how awesome this plane is. All it is just like 2 wings, like a probe body, and then that cool drone front we got on there with some drills, solar panels, we have communitrons, we have air brakes, we got that vectoring engine. Actually, no, it's 4 wings, sorry. And then we got those gear on the side. Originally, the gear was in the middle of the plane, as if you can see, like, where the middle tube of the plane is. It used to be on that middle tube, but since I added all the new Kethane stuff, like the drills, it would, like, blow up, so I decided that I should just put them on the outside of the wings so we wouldn't have this problem. And, yeah, see, that's like, what would happen if I didn't, like, put that stuff on the back there, but it's all super amazing. I love this plane. It is the most amazing plane I think I've ever built in the entire game. Yeah, those 2 planes over there on the side are a little bit of a failure. Yeah, wow, I'm going really insane with this video. This is just amazing. This plane can pull super tricks. It just go everywhere. I'd love to have someone better pilot it. I mean, I'm an okay pilot myself, but like I'd love to see like someone like Scott Manley just fly this plane like all around and just like circle it around the building, and you know, like I think I did a test with this where I just decided to go right up in the sky and it got like about 30,000 meters, just right up in the sky. Yeah, 25,000. That's right. Pretty high. The one thing I like about the single engine craft is that if you have a burnout in the atmosphere, you don't start spinning out because that is the only engine in the middle of the craft, and if you burn out, then you know, like, you're just not moving forward anymore. You're not like spinning out of control. Like, they're not burning out at different times. So it's really easy to get back under control because it just stays in the same place when it burns out, which is the serious advantage with this. It can go supersonic. This thing is amazing. I don't know how many times I've said that. Still, just the ADHD here is amazing. I'm jumping from topic to topic. Anyway, back to the internet and new microphone. I'm really excited about getting a new Samson, not Samson, sorry microphone. You're Samson. I'm not buying more Samson products. Started looking at my microphone there. I'm getting a Blue Microphones Yeti, otherwise known as a Blue Yeti. I think that could be a really good microphone for me because, I don't know, it's just like USB condenser. I don't want anything like XLR and stuff. That's just like preamp. That's just a bit complicated for me. I don't want to do that. I just want something where I can plug it in, just start talking. Something that fits on the end of my tripod correctly. This thing doesn't really fit on the end directly. I just kind of taped it on. Yeah, it's a really disturbing design. But yeah. So here we are. We're just pulling some cool tricks with the plane here. I think we're nearing the end of the video. I can check. Yep, we're nearing the end. Super amazing. You guys, the Kerbal Space Program Laboratory is supported by you guys, and all of the likes and the comments I got on the first video made this one happen, because without you guys, we wouldn't have all the Kerbal Space Program stuff that you want. Yeah, finally figured out how to do corkscrews here. Just spinning all around. Yep, so powering down. I think I'm going back into land here. This has been just a really amazing day. Well, it had been a very amazing day for me that day, but yeah, so every video's got an end. Every plane has its end too, mainly when it crashes right into the ground, because Kerbal Space Program Laboratory defines that all planes must crash into the ground at some point in their career. I'm pretty sure that plane with the Kethane in it is probably going to fly into a building at some point in a future video. Don't quote me on that, but I might start shooting cruise missiles at stuff pretty soon too, and I can see if I can take a space plane, or something like a space plane, maybe an actual rocket, up to the moon, or maybe we could launch a rocket and then send a plane flying into it, shooting it down. Oh yes, I did make a plane. I made a plane similar to this, which had rockets on the end of it. I think I'll show that off in another video, because, you know, wouldn't that be amazing to show you guys? Oh, broke all the solar panels there. I'm just having a blast destroying this plane. I don't know what was this plane. I felt like I was going insanely slow during this takeoff for some reason. Like, I pulled like a max of 50. I was like, what is going on right here? So, I decided, well, we'll just have to destroy the plane. Why don't we just destroy the plane? Because there's nothing better but destroying the plane. I don't know how many mentions wow, I'm talking way too fast. I don't know how many times I have mentioned destroying the plane here, because destroying planes is kind of my thing, you know. Wow, going pretty fast. Really low, really fast. Where are we going? We're going right down here. We're taking a turn. Oh my gosh, into the ground! It's really hard to look at. But, thank you guys for watching. If you like Kerbal Space Program Laboratory, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.